And the police state ends with me. And we've made it one more day. Here are just some of the people that know about what the Bartlesville police have done and are doing. That is, lied under oath, breached civil and human rights, used their government positions under the color of law to steal and threaten me, and much worse. And you can rewatch the other videos for an enormous amount of details, as we're into nearly 100 videos now. So here are just some of the people that know about this. At least one senator in direct communication with me knows, Senator Kyle Loveless. And I've also sent a communication to a second senator as well, Senator Bridenstine. The media knows about this, of course, just about every source you can possibly imagine in the entire country. The Bartlesville City Council, all 5 of them, and that includes the corrupt mayor. They're all corrupt, by the way. They're all covering this up. The Bartlesville police themselves, as an official police complaint has been made. The Bartlesville chief of police. The FBI, as 2 complaints were made, and you can go back and watch that video as well. Many general public citizens. As of today, there are over 7,200 views of these videos. All these people know, and still not one single person is doing anything of substance, except for me, of course, speaking up and out about these illegal acts by the Bartlesville police and others in the Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and Washington County of Oklahoma police state. Now, I'm not judging people for having not done anything. Now, the government officials, I certainly am. You're garbage. You're corrupt. You don't believe in the Constitution or civil and human rights. You don't believe in America. That's true. Now, citizens that are wanting to stay quiet because they're scared, rightfully so, I wish they weren't, but they're scared of the Bartlesville police, I'm not judging you. I understand where you're coming from. I'm not asking you to do anything. But what I am doing is pointing out that this is what happens. They single people out, everyone else gets scared and runs for the hills, and then it continues for the next person. Well, it stops with me. I'm not shutting up. I'm hoping, I can't guarantee, but I'm hoping this won't happen again to anyone else. That I'll be the last. That's why it's not called The Police State Ends With Us. It's called The Police State Ends With Me, because I expect both family and friends to run for the hills, and they have. With the corporate rulers over the Bartlesville police, Mike Moore and James Brazel of James Phillips Medical Center, the corporate rulers, like I said, over the Bartlesville police, directing the fascist Bartlesville police, Washington County of Oklahoma District Attorney's Office, and of course the Bartlesville City Council, and corrupt, rubber-stamping, kangaroo court-running Judge Vaclaw and the others involved. And Judge Vaclaw, he's just the scum of the earth. He is at the top of this whole thing, and he doesn't believe in the Constitution, doesn't believe in your civil and human rights, the most corrupt thing you can possibly do. He's just going about allowing and sending with his written documents in the breach of law, under the color of law, knowing his appellate court would never allow what he's doing, sending armed people to people's houses, putting their lives at risk. Again, just what would have happened if I just even had words with the Bartlesville police? They would have killed me. They don't, I mean, when you have more than 10% of a police force show up armed to your house, what are you going to expect? They were itching to kill me, looking for something to do. That's why they insulted me in front of my neighbors and were telling me off and putting fingers in my face the first time he came to the door. Tearing the house apart, letting me know about it, not letting me go to the bathroom, making the dog stay in the house when I told him I needed to get the dog out. They were itching, doing everything they could to escalate. They were looking to kill me, is what they were doing. That's what they were doing. These are corrupt criminals, and Vaclaw, the human garbage, is at the top of the whole thing. He's a piece of scum. He doesn't believe in the United States of America. And this is not me here calling people names. This person does not believe in the United States of America. He belongs in Nazi Germany. and I don't mean Germany today. I'm not saying they're Nazis now. I'm saying back in Nazi Germany, he would fit right in. He believes in sending groups of armed people for no reason to somebody's house to kill them. He's garbage. And again, I'm just not up here calling somebody names. This person doesn't believe in the United States of America or our Constitution. He is corrupt to the core. He doesn't just do this. He knows what he's doing is breach of law. He knows he's breaking the Constitution and breaching civil rights and human rights. And I know for a fact now, I'm not the only person they're doing this to. Folks, we have no democracy. We have no democracy or real government. When the government can just commit crimes and breaches of civil and human rights, then commit more crimes to cover up those crimes, and everyone from senators to federal and local police officials to media and citizens know of these crimes and won't own up to it and demand redress. Such silence is seriously un-American, and I refuse to do that. I refuse to be un-American. I don't care what people think at all about, oh, we need you to be polite. There are plenty of polite people. There are plenty of professional media talking fish heads up on cameras all day long. There are plenty of media that want to step back and say they're impartial but only report on certain stories. That's not impartial. There are plenty of media that say I look for facts and investigations, but then they just take the word of the lying police. There are plenty of people doing that. You don't need me to be someone I'm not. You don't need me who, outside of these circumstances, I'm a quiet, polite person that just goes about my daily life, doesn't look for trouble, law-abiding citizen, and polite to everybody, love my fellow man, love my neighbor, and treat everyone with respect. But when you do something that breaches the Constitution, my civil and human rights, and threaten my life, you're not going to get politeness out of me. There are plenty of people that play that game. To hell with that. You want polite? How polite was it for them to tear my friggin' house apart? Breach my civil and human rights? Threaten me? Smear mud on the walls of my home? Man, that goes beyond what can ever be considered to get a polite response from. To hell with your polite response. It's out of hand, and it's gonna stop. Like I said, no matter what the consequences to me, now, 20 years from now, it's gonna come to light, it's gonna stop. And I don't care if I've got to be the only person standing up and saying it. And I don't care what the consequences are. To hell with that. I'm not being un-American. It's un-American to be quiet when this kind of crap happens. It's un-American not to speak out. We didn't supposedly get, that Constitution just words on paper now because of the police state, and these civil and human rights words on paper because of the police state. We didn't get those because people were quiet and just sat back and let people walk right over the top of them. Breach their civil and human rights. We got it because people said, hell no! Stand up! Don't allow it! If you think being polite and just letting the police walk over you and do whatever they want, breach your civil and human rights and lie about you and create defaming documents, destroy your ability, to take away your ability to even make a living, and for a corrupt judge to sit up there and say, well, I've got this black robe on, I'm very important, and I've got power, and he better be quiet and shut up, or I'll come down and I'll send people to his house to kill him. Hell with you! Do what you gotta do! You're nuts! If you think for one damn second you're gonna get me to go along with that, you guys are nuts. Yeah, you got away with it a whole bunch. You've gotten to enough people to be quiet that you think everyone's going to do it, and they should. You got the media covering for you. You got them blocking my truthful comments. You're trying to keep it quiet. It is not going to be. I don't care if it takes me 20 years. It's not going to be. You get so bold that you do this to everyone you think you can get away with it. If you think the person isn't doesn't work for a large corporation in town, or isn't a corporation, or isn't wealthy and well connected, you think you can come do this. Well, you can't. I know more than just me. There's been a couple other people that have done this, maybe not these types of videos, but they have spoken out. I know this now. I've been reading posts online now that have been going on for a long time. But you just keep doing it, even after caught in a state audit last year. Stealing! Thieves! You're just so bold, you just think you can keep doing it. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can't. You can't. The police state has no accountability. I was checking my time here. I know I've gone long. The police state has no accountability. They're lawless. Lawless. And the police state is the Bartlesville police. And those supporting the fascist Bartlesville police state and the media going along with it are the utmost disgusting criminals and or criminal supporters. Don't pretend you're American. You're not acting American. You're fascist. You belong in Mussolini's Italy. You belong in Russia, Stalin. You belong in Nazi Germany. You believe in that type of rule. You believe in if I have political connections and I've got friends in government, and I'm in a big corporation, or I've got money, or I'm in a wealthy corporation and I've got power, or I'm well connected, I can just do whatever I want. You don't believe in the United States of America. You're scum. And you talk all you want. I don't give a damn what you think. And no one else should either. You don't belong in a free country because you don't want a free country. And you've destroyed our system itself. We have no democracy at all in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and Washington County, Oklahoma. We have a fascist police state, thanks to you. The Bartlesville police stealing videos of themselves committing crimes to cover up those crimes in large groups as organized criminals is beyond awful. They're behaving as a mafia. They're a roaming gang of armed robbers stealing and threatening lives. With what they did to me and the way they put my life at risk, the way they did, you know, I told you this before, you can go back and watch videos, but I've told you this before, there's no law that requires the police to report to anyone people they have actually killed. With what they did to me, they could be killing people. They could be killing people and just not telling us. God knows the media would cover it up for them. Now, I'm not accusing them of killing anyone, but I'm saying they damn well could have. They put me at risk to being killed. To this day, I'm at risk from them. And they could and not report it because there's no law in Oklahoma or the United States of America that requires the police to report when they kill someone. We're just lucky to find out about it. We only hear about the ones they want to tell us about. No more, folks. No more! No more! Light is going to shine on this, and the police state's going to end with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.